Are you able to perform this movement with your head and your neck? If you're like 99% of all the people who come to me with movement complaints, especially around the neck, the shoulders, or anywhere in the spine, there's a very good chance that you found that really, really hard to do. So today, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to perform it nicely and hopefully explain a bit about why it is necessary as well. So let's just first of all teach you how to do the movement. So the goal is to have the head moving side to side without any kind of tilt and without any kind of rotation. So essentially it should look like my whole head is on a little horizontal track moving side to side. The way we're going to teach ourselves to do this is to start with a really, really narrow target, okay? So you're going to take your hands very close to your head and you're going to see, can you get your whole face, whole side of your head or face, to touch one hand and then come back to center. And then we're going to try to do the same thing with the other hand and again and again. The whole time we're paying attention for one, does it feel like I'm turning my head? So if my hand starts to cover my eye, then I'm not moving sideways, I'm just turning. Two, I want to feel the whole of my head touch at the same time. I don't want to feel like the top of my head touches before the bottom. When we practice this for a little bit of time, we'll start to be able to figure out how to get that motion started on your own. And once you can do it, you want to try and do it often, okay? So even just a couple of rounds several times throughout your day, maybe set an alarm on your phone or choose certain places. So if you drive a car, every time you hit traffic lights, you're just going to glide nice and smoothly, or anytime you're waiting for food to be done in the microwave, attach it to something that you do regularly. The more you can mobilize this bit of your neck, the more it's going to transfer down the whole rest of your spine. So let's chat now a little bit about why this is going to be the case. Well, this all comes down to stress and its effect on the neck and shoulders, okay? So we have loads of different muscles that control movement in the neck, but when it comes to this side-to-side movement, the two muscles that are most active are going to be the traps on either side, okay? If you've heard of the traps before, you probably know that they are the muscles that start to tense up whenever we get stressed. This is so that the head becomes less prone to being kind of shaken around. If we're actually in any danger or we might hit the floor, then we want the traps to tighten up significantly so that the head is very well protected. When we go about our day, most of those other head movements, we tend to mobilize pretty well. You usually, when you're walking around, you're looking left to right, you're looking up to down. Occasionally, you're tilting your head. But very few occasions in life involve us trying to get this kind of lateral movement. And because of that, anytime we're dealing with stress, this muscle tension and restriction of our neck mobility can really build up over time. So if we can start getting this section of our neck more mobile, then we can kind of bolster against the negative effects of stress. And this has a pretty awesome effect throughout our whole body. So we might think that this is just an exercise for maybe if you've got neck pain or shoulder pain, but actually the neck is directly linked to all of the nerves running down your arm. So anytime that we free up movement in the neck, you might actually find that your arms and hands become a little bit more mobile as well. Same thing goes for the lower spine. So it's pretty common for people when they start doing this exercise not to feel stretch going on in their traps, but actually to feel tension or pains sometimes shifting from side to side in the lower back. This is again because when the top of the neck gets really tight, well, This is going to put tension into the spinal cord, and that's going to kind of draw the spinal cord up towards the brain, which means there's a lot less flexibility lower down for any movement to occur, and this can cause irritation in the back. So that's all we'll say for today. Try out this exercise. If you can't do it, like I said, I'd really recommend getting to the point where you can do this at pretty much any speed, nice and comfortably. Let me know how it goes for you. If you've got any questions about the exercise, or if there's anything else you would like to see me cover, let me know, and I will see you next time.